Hello, and welcome to Autism Talk. Thank you for coming and watching another video about autism. I believe my last video talked about some triggers, anxiety with autism, right? So this time I want to talk about how you can manage those triggers or the anxiety, all right? But you first want to identify those triggers. So the triggers will lead to how you manage it. And then sometimes you might have to um, play around with some things, try to figure out what's best for your person with autism, what helps to calm them down. So these are some things that may help with calming them down. Okay. Um, when you're trying to relax the person that's been triggered or trying to de-escalate them if they've gotten to an escalated point. Relaxation and calming strategies for when autistic children and teenagers feel anxious. You can help your child learn ways to calm down when they start feeling anxious or stressed. These might include, and like I said before, you might want to find out what helps them to calm down. And you can talk to them and share some ideas and let them share what makes them feel calm and comfortable. But here are a few ideas. I think I have about about 8 things that may help calm your person down. One, maybe counting to 10 slowly. You know, just to get them to calm down and start paying attention to themselves and just count to 10 slowly to get them to calm down. Some other something else that may help is taking deep breaths. Take about 5 deep breaths. Sometimes what you could do is, and as an educator, I've tried this several times, and the other two I have too. I would have the children do five name 5 things that they see. They'd be right at their peak of where they are in their anxiety level. And I'll ask them and I'll say, just listen to me calmly. And I'm keeping my monotone and I'll ask them, name 5 things you see. And so they huffing and puffing, or they having a fit or whatever, and they looking and they're the wall. The sky. It's like just name 5 things. Once I get them to name 5 things they see, then I ask them to name 4 things they can hear. So now they're paying attention to what I hear your voice. I hear the birds. You understand? Whatever it may be. I and then after they name 4 things, you're coaching them through it. Like, okay, what are 4 things? You name 2, you name 3. They give me 4 things that they can hear. Then I ask for 3 things that they can touch. What are 3 things you can touch? So I'm using their sensory and I'm doing a countdown if you've noticed. Okay. So when I get to 2, I may say, what are 2 things that you can speak right now that will be calming? Okay. And it's countdown for that. And that works quite well. And sometimes when I'm asking them, like, I don't want to, it's like, I know, baby, just calm down. It's okay. Just give me 5 things you can see. And I try to go with something really, really simple that's not giving their brain too much to think about. And so it's just a visual, what they can see. They don't know what you're doing, but you're literally trying to get their mind off of what has gotten them triggered. Okay. So now they're focusing on the 5 things they can see, the 4 things they can hear, the 3 things they can speak, the 2 things they can touch, things like that. Okay. Something else would be running around the yard. They so excited or whatever, you can have them run. If they need some movement, have them run. Have them, take them outside or have a spot in the house. You may have a room you can use and you just have them run maybe 5 times until you see he's calmed down from that moment or that trigger. that opportunity. Something else you can have them doing jumping jacks, have them jumping on a trampoline. A lot of us have purchased those trampolines in our backyard and everything. Have them jumping. Let them jump that frustration out. Absolutely, that anxiety. Have that private time with themselves. Have them jump, maybe jumping 50 times. And then sometimes, like if let's say the weather doesn't permit for him to go out and jump on the trampoline, sometimes they'll just stand in place and just jump up and down. I'm like, I have seen it. And I'm like, whoa, he's just jumping. And it does, it helps, calm some people down. Also looking at a collection of their favorite or special things that they're interested in. All right. Their special things. And you'll know what those are, because it's your person or your child or your adult or your teenager. So find some things that that makes them feel good and feel happy in a happy place, a safe place. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a location. It could be a safe place in their mind, a safe place in their hearts that, calms them down. So you might want to show some pictures like, oh, here's your favorite thing. Remember this picture when we went to let them play with those things or get, a toy that they can use that'll help them. The fidget toys are their favorite toys, some Legos, whatever may calm them down. Also, reading a favorite book. I had some students that loved to read. Okay. I couldn't get their nose out of a book, but when they got that anxiety, they were triggered from something, I would definitely, would you like to read Dog Man? Would you like to read, whatever the name of their book that they're interested in, maybe about dinosaurs. Like, oh, look, I have some dinosaurs, so they can read a book or you can start reading a book to them. Something else, closing their eyes for a few minutes and having them breathe, doing some meditations, turning on some calm music, the sound of the ocean, letting them count to 10. Just breathe in, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. Breathe in, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. And listening to that calming music. Actually, having them lay down for a moment, giving them some time to themselves, separating them from everyone else. But it's not to isolate them, but you're giving them their time, their me time to themselves to help them de-escalate, okay? Get that anxiety out and feel safe again. Going to, like I said, a quiet part of the house. It don't have to be in the room. Go to your room. No, don't make it like it's a punishment. It is not a punishment. And don't even say it in a very authoritative way, because then it makes it seem like a punishment. But no, you're actually having them calm down. It's like, come on, let's go with me. Let's go over here. We can go to the room. And his room might be just the calming place for them. Or it may be a trigger also. You never know. But you have to find out what works for your person, what calms them. Okay, so start paying attention to those things. What calms them down? Starters, find out what the triggers are, see what happened before he, you know, um, exhibited these behaviors or exhibited his anxiety. And remember, he can show his anxiety in many ways. He can have a tantrum. He can start doing self harm. He could start crying. He could isolate. Next thing you know, he just take himself away from everybody. Pay attention to some of those triggers. And then some of you have experiences of triggers that I'm not even mentioning, but pay attention to what happens or what happened before he got upset or before he got scared or before that different behavior came. Okay. Well, thank you for listening to me. Um, you can also, I'm sorry. Thank you for listening to me share how to manage or to calm a person down with anxiety. Um, I also want to make sure that you can start training your child or person on those calming techniques, okay? Because remember, they love scheduling. Things has to be in order the way it happens, okay? So if you're trying to implement something new, because now we're trying to help with calming down those, the trigger, calming down the anxiety. So now you want to start teaching it to them. And let them know that. It's like, when you get a little upset, we're going to give you this, or we're going to have you count to 10. These are some strategies we can use. These are techniques. Here are some tools you can use to keep yourself calm whenever you're feeling anxious, whenever you're feeling overexcited, whenever you're feeling sad, those feelings that you can't control. This is how we're going to maintain or try to control them so you don't feel uncomfortable. And you'll just practice it when you guys are having a good moment. Don't just practice it at the trigger moments, at the anxiety moments. Practice them beforehand. So when those moments do happen, then you're like, okay, remember we're going to do this. All right. Okay. Remember what we learned. Remember what we learned, and you're going to have to remind them because actually you're teaching them that skill now. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in. And I appreciate you so very much. Don't forget to share the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and watch the videos. And have a great day.